Good morning. Today is Monday, November 7th, 2022, our morning meeting for today.
Who cat is that? Who cat is that?
I don't know, you'll have to wait and see. Hennessy the cat. Shamar White and Sean Walker's cat is featured this week. The cat is named Hennessy, but they call her Pretty Girl. She's a big cat and she loves to play and jump on the couch. She also loves to drink water out of the bathtub. They've had her for 5 years since she was a kitten.
Show us your pets. Remember, we want to feature your pets on the front page of our morning meeting. Students and staff, send your pet pictures to principal@BethuneEagles.net to be included. And now it's time to hear what you think. Food review. It's time for another Bethune cafeteria food review. This week we are reviewing the Bosco sticks.
Bosco sticks. The Bosco sticks are served with spaghetti sauce, baked beans, and blue applesauce, and a choice of fresh fruit and milk. Here's the review. Kindergartner Budrick said that the sauce was good and so was the cheese. He said that the sauce was his favorite part. Kindergartner Jayliana said it was good and she loved it because cheese is her favorite. First grader Tyree gave them a 10 out of 10 because the cheese was good and hot. First grader Deja gave them a 10 out of 10 because it was cheesy. She liked how it tasted in the sauce. Second grader Josh gave it a 10 out of 10 because it was good and he really liked the cheese. Second grader Diamond gave it a 10 out of 10 because it was good. She said it was her favorite lunch. Mariah in third grade said 10 out of 10 because the cheese was thick and really cheesy. Sindel in third grade said 10 out of 10 because they were cheesy. He said they were good in the sauce. Fourth grader J-Rel gave them a 9 out of 10 because it was cheesy. The crust was crispy, and he liked how when he ripped it, the cheese spread. Fourth grader Dejanae said 10 out of 10 because it was cheesy, crispy, crunchy, and hot. Sixth grader Angelique gave it a 10 out of 10 because it was bussin' and the cheese was good. Eighth grader Delvin gave it a 7 out of 10 because it had too much cheese for him, but it was good dipped in the sauce. Miss Naknachny said that she loves Bosco sticks. They're one of her favorite cafeteria lunches. She loves that they are soft and super duper cheesy. As we know, she doesn't love spaghetti sauce, so she didn't use the sauce. She also said she has no interest in eating applesauce that's blue, so she gave it a 9 out of 10. I don't blame you for that.
Wow, it seems like the Bosco sticks are a big hit. Thanks to everyone who shared their review. We are still looking for students who want to work on the weekly food reviews. If you're interested, please talk to Ms. Nakanachi.
Or me, because then I can tell Ms. Nakanachi.
Stay tuned for next week's food review. And now it's time for the history segment of the morning meeting.
On this day in history, let's take a few minutes to learn about different things that happened this week in history.
Today is Monday, November 7th. On this day in the year 1905, 117 years ago, the earliest example of the remote control was invented by Leonardo Torres Quevedo in Bilbao, Spain.
Tomorrow is Tuesday, November 8th. On this day in the year 1895, 127 years ago, the first X-ray was taken. This was done by inventor Wilhelm Röntgen, and he took an X-ray of his wife's hand. The picture is actually the picture of the X-ray that he took.
Wednesday is November 9th. On that day in the year 1989, 33 years ago, the Berlin Wall began being torn down. Before this, the country of Germany was divided in half by a giant wall, and you were not allowed to cross to the other side.
Wow. Thursday is November 10th. On that day in the year 1958, 64 years ago, the world-famous Hope Diamond was donated to the Smithsonian Museum. This diamond was originally found in India in the 1600s.
This Friday is November 11th. On that day in the year 1926, 96 years ago, the famous Route 66 was completed. This is a highway that takes you from Chicago to Los Angeles and is 2,448 miles long.
Imagine having to walk that far.
Couldn't even.
You would pass out. This Saturday is November 12th. On that day, in the years 1966, 56 years ago, U.S. astronaut Buzz Aldrin took the first selfie in outer space, outside of his spacecraft Gemini 12.
This Sunday is November 13th. On that day, in the year 1956, 76 years ago, it would be illegal to segregate buses in Alabama. On this day, the U.S. Supreme Court declared that everyone was allowed to sit on the bus whenever they choose.
I remember learning about that in Black History Month. The news. Here's what else is happening at Bethune this week.
Charities of Choice. Miss Quinny is in charge of Charities of Choice. It's a program in the school district that collects funds for those in need. She is taking donations. The class who donates the most will get a pizza party. Good luck.
Election Day. The first Tuesday of the first full week in November is Election Day in the United States. This year, that is Tuesday, November 8th. Encourage your parents to vote tomorrow.
On Teacher PD Day, on Election Day, the teachers will have a day of learning. While the teachers are at school learning, the students will have a day off. Enjoy!
Awareness. During November, we are focusing on the character trait awareness. Pause the video and discuss as a class how to practice awareness in school in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And we're back. Did you guys figure it out?
Spirit Day. This Thursday is Bethune Spirit Day. Our theme is Crocs and socks. Wear your Crocs and a fun pair of socks.
I'm surprised Ms. Naganajani went with this one. She hates Crocs.
Make sure they're in sport mode.
Veterans Day. Friday is Veterans Day. This is a day we honor those who served in the U.S. Armed Forces, like the military, the Army, the Navy, and the Marines. We even have some veterans working at Bethune. We want to thank all of our veterans for their services.
We really have veterans at the school? Who are they?
I know one of them is Miss Carr, so thank you, Miss Carr.
No school. This is no school this Friday because of Veterans Day. Remember to take some time off on Friday to thank someone who served in the armed force.
Well, since we probably won't get to talk to you on Friday, we're going to say it now. Thank you for your service, Miss Carr. November MVP Party.
Our November MVP Party will be held on Wednesday, November 30th. Get excited. Our November celebration is Turkey Trot.
What we're going to do for that one? Bethune Champions. It's now time to celebrate our Bethune Champions of the Week.
A huge thank you to Devarius Brown. He was a huge help during recess last Wednesday. Way to go.
Zarian Sneed, thank you for doing a great job in recess last week. We are proud of you.
Thank you, Miss Woolley, for being responsive when you were asked to make thank you signs. We appreciate it.
Shout out to Miss Bruce for driving to different Home Depots requesting donations of pumpkins. You rock.
Shout out to the PBIS team for everyone who helped make our October MVP party amazing.
Congratulations to our October MVPs for earning their spot in the Fall Festival. We hope you had fun. You deserved it.
Miss Lillinger,
Miss
Miss Mellinger would like to recognize 4th grade for having an amazing hallway high five. Keep it up.
The 2nd grade would like to thank Miss Pauls for surprising their boys with brown scare.
Great job, Jeremiah Martin, for showing responsive perseverance and self-control when you recently faced challenges.
We love you, Alonce. You are a funny guy to be around. And now it's time for
the joke of the week. What's a female musician in the desert called?
I don't know.
A sandwich.
Ah, ha, 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 ha. Well, that's it for this week's morning meeting. Eat your veggies.
Off we go, Scarecrow.
See you next week. This is Judith
and Jamar
saying peace out.